Hello, viewers. My name is Jason Robinson. Thanks for watching my show, MAO Chat. This is season 1, episode 6. I'm very excited to have my guest today. It is Miss America 2004, Ericka Dunlap. Ericka is a native of Orlando, Florida. She is the first and only African American woman to have been crowned Miss Florida. She's a graduate of the University of Central Florida and a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. She has appeared on many television shows and is known internationally for her service related to her platform. Welcome to my show, Miss America 2004, Ericka Dunlap. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so excited
Hi,
to
how are
have
you?
you. It is an honor to talk to you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to talk to you as well. And thank you for always having, you always give a very unique perspective on MAO chat group. So thank you
Thank
for your
you.
support and your continued interest in the program.
Thank you. So you were Miss Orlando, Miss Heart of Florida, Miss City Beautiful, Miss Florida, and of course Miss America. How did you first get involved in pageants?
So I started when I was 6 years old, and
Wow.
I started doing pageants really because my oldest, well, I'm the baby of five,
Okay.
and my sisters are 15 to 18 years older than me, and so I was basically like their baby doll. And my
Okay.
oldest sister went to fashion design school when I was 2 years old, and
Okay.
so when I was about three and a half, four, she decided that she wanted to put me in her end of the year fashion show that was for her final grade. And
Okay.
so she made like a mini replica of the outfits. And of course, this is in the 80s. So like, I was wearing just very avant-garde kind of little mini replicas of what the big models were wearing. And
Okay.
I would go out on stage and just be so just over the top. And this was obviously pre Instagram, YouTube, any of that. And
Right.
so there are just these really fun pictures of me as this little girl, just like twisting down the runway and
Hmm.
just being all in my element. And I
Okay.
loved being on stage from that moment. And so literally from that time until I turned six, we used to watch pageants as a family.
Right.
It was always a thing. And with having so many sisters, they were just always involved and always engaged. And so um, they found out about this one pageant, and my mom was
Hmm.
just like, "So, do you want to do something like that?" And as soon as she showed me the program book, it was like, there's girls with tiaras and big dresses,
Right.
and I'm all about that. So I
Mhm.
absolutely wanted to participate. And so that's what got me started when I was just a little girl. And I actually
Okay.
just, someone just sent me these pictures, which I think is just so crazy. I have not seen them in forever, but these are a couple of, back in the day when we used to take pictures and have to actually develop them.
Right. Right. Right.
But these are just pictures. That's me in the middle. So I was
Oh.
about 13 there.
Okay.
So this is me when I was a little bit older. I think I was 16 there.
Hmm.
But just, I've been a part of this industry for a really, really long time.
I see. So your Miss Florida crowning moment was historical. You were the first African American woman crowned Miss Florida. When you won the title, did you realize that in that moment, like, wow, I'm the first African
Oh
American?
yeah, like I had gone to Miss Florida so many times as a little girl because it was held in Orlando several times.
Right.
And so as a gift for my 8th birthday, my mom bought me tickets to go, and it was at the Bob Carr Auditorium, and we went, and I was just in awe that I was actually there. Like, of course, I planned my outfit out 2 weeks beforehand, and I was just so excited that I got to go and see the big girls do their thing. And I just remember her name was Deanna Green, and I believe she was Miss Jacksonville, but she's from the Jacksonville area. And she totally, in my opinion, she was like the best contestant on stage. She was African American, and I thought she was just spectacular. She was just an amazing singer, great presentation, and she got fourth runner up, and it was such a disappointment. And
Hmm.
so my entire life, I had been watching and waiting to see when there was going to be a me who became Miss Florida
Right.
before me.
Right.
So it was an extreme honor, and it still is very much an honor to be able to
Hmm.
hold the designation of being the first. I'm I dare say frustrated because it's a competition, but by the
Hmm.
same token, I think that there should have been somebody or somebody's
Right.
beyond me.
Yes.
But I am very proud to have made that dream come true,
Right.
and to be able to be the first person. It's hard to be the first of something.
Right.
You don't know that until you get into it and until
Right.
it becomes your reality.
Yep.
But it definitely was something that I'm very grateful to
Mm-hmm.
have been able to see something come to fruition that you put into your heart when you're
Mm-hmm.
just a little seedling, and then you see it actually blossom.
Right. I have noticed that in the South, many states in the South have not crowned many African American women. I know Miss Tennessee just had their first. So,
Right. Yeah, and I think that it's very challenging because it's a competition, right? And
mhm,
so I've said this to many people over the years, that when you're competing for something, there is the element of, it's survival of the fittest. It's who can, what cream can rise to the top, and you have to
mhm,
be the most prepared. And in a real sense, pageantry has not been for Black women. It's just been something that we have started to really participate in the
mhm,
last 25-ish years. And so when you think about the decades that have been dedicated to um, other women being the majority title holders,
mhm,
of course it's just kind of a matter of catching up, if you will.
mhm,
And so that's one of the reasons why my platform really meant so much to me, was because having cultural diversity
uh-huh.
and really showing what inclusion is. That means that
Right.
we need to include people of a variety of backgrounds in order to press ahead and move forward.
Right. Okay, I want to talk about your dress that you were crowned in Miss America. Many people love that dress. Lexi Montgomery said her dress is so iconic. One of my faves. Clint Crocker said the gown. Love that gown you were crowned in.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So shout out to Regalia Finery Apparel in Orlando. I am very grateful that I've had a relationship with David and Carrie for many, many years. I started getting, as a matter of fact, like, this dress was the first dress that I bought from them when I was like, 16. And
Okay.
I had known them for a really long time. So I knew that that was the place. It was the place where winners went to and still go to.
Okay.
But I certainly wanted to have my dress from there. And so that particular dress is a Sherry Hill that was produced in various colors. My yellow color was a special production that we, just kind of begged Sherry to make. And I have to just give a special, special, very heartfelt shout out to it wasn't my coach, but he was absolutely my stylist, and he was the visionary who made it all happen. George
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Reed. He passed on last year, and
Oh.
he became much more than my friend, because he was able to help see my goal as a 6-year-old little girl wanting to be on the Miss America stage one day. He made it real, and
Right.
everything that he went through as a young man in Kentucky preparing contestants in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
It just became we were just an unstoppable duo, an unstoppable team when he came into the picture. And so he decided that the shape of the dress was fantastic and we loved it. And I think I tried it on in like a bubblegum pink. But he was like,
Oh.
I think you need to go with
Wow.
just a different color. And white just doesn't work for me. So we went with yellow because
Mm-hmm.
it's one of my favorite colors, but it also was just like on my skin tone. We knew that it was going to be a winner. So
Right. And I love a yellow dress. I love it.
thank you.
Caressa
Thank you
Cameron,
very
Miss
much.
America 2010, won in a yellow dress as well.
Mm-hmm.
Your crowning moment. Your crowning moment. I want to talk about that. So Laura Wild said her reaction to winning Miss America was my absolute favorite. I love her. Sally Miller Heil said one of the best crowning moments ever. So can you think back to that moment and just your thoughts, your feelings, what was going through you in that moment when you were crowned Miss America?
I've been asked this a million times, as you can imagine, and I had no thought. No thought. I mean, literally, I've been wanting this since I was 6. And that's the last thought that I do recall, is that when we were standing there and Miss Hawaii and I were standing and we were like holding on to each other. And I was just thinking to myself that, dear God, I have wanted this since I was 6 years old. Please don't let it end like this. Like, who wants this so bad and then gets to be first runner up? Like, so I did say that little prayer before he called my name.
Right.
And I just lost it. Like, my whole everything was just like, oh, you're gone. Are you still there? Hello?
I'm here.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay. I'm still here.
Can you see me?
I see you.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but my video is out.
I don't know what happened either. Oh, just keep going. Keep talking.
Okay. So anyway, hold on, because I don't know what's going on. I'm a little nervous because I can't see you.
Okay.
2 seconds. Hold on.
Okay. Okay, well, while we'll just go ahead and play the crowning moment video, and then we'll come back and talk about it later.
But I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I can't see you at all.
I don't know, but here's Ericka Dunlap's Miss America crowning moment.
With the final results. Okay. Good luck. Today's fourth runner-up wins a $20,000 college scholarship. She is Miss California, Nicole Lamar. The third runner-up wins a $25,000 scholarship. She is Miss Maryland, Marina Harrison. The second runner-up, winner of a $30,000 scholarship, she is Miss Wisconsin, Tina Sauerhammer. All right, look at Miss Hawaii and Miss Florida. One of you will win a $40,000 scholarship to continue your education. The other will win a $50,000 scholarship, the crown, the title, and the job. Miss America 2004. Ladies, the first runner-up, winner of a $40,000 scholarship is Miss Hawaii, Keilani Gibson. Miss America 2004 is Miss Florida, Ericka Dunlap. You are Miss America. You want to say anything? How does it sound?
Please say it again.
Miss America 2004.
Oh my God. I'm going to Disney World.
That's it. Your first words were basically...
So that was your crowning moment, and I just love your crowning moment. I watched it so many times, and a lot of people love your crowning moment. So you talked a little bit about your platform, United We Stand, Divided We Fall Behind, celebrating diversity and inclusion. Can you talk a little bit more about that and the Crown Jewel Foundation?
Sure. Sure, thank you. I am very pleased to still advocate on behalf of my platform, which, it's funny to hear the phrase social impact initiative because that's a platform. But all the same, I was just really happy to be able to share that. My entire life, I was raised around people of various cultures who taught me how to be a much more well-rounded person, but
Mhm.
also just helped me to appreciate the differences that people have, and
Mhm.
knowing that there's perspective when we're dealing with different situations. You can't just look at it from the idea that, okay, well, everyone should be on the same playing field. Like, there
Right.
are contingencies, and um, there are things that we have to keep in mind when it comes to being inclusive and having inclusive communities and workplaces, and um, just in general. And so being able to have that platform and to promote it throughout the year was very special.
Mhm.
Um, as as years have gone on, I decided that it was important for me to not only advocate on behalf of my platform and various charities that I work for, but also to have a charitable connection of my own, which
Right.
is the Crown Jewel Foundation. And we focus on working with young women who are between the ages of 6 to 16, 18 years old, and
Mhm.
helping them to develop life skills that are so critical for them to be able to
Wow.
advance. And so I work with a lot of girls who are in underserved communities, and
Mhm.
help them to learn how to present themselves as the young ladies that they aspire to be. And so many people come from backgrounds where their parents may not teach them and tell them various tools in
Right.
order to be helpful, various social etiquette tools that
Mhm.
will help you to be able to advance and help you to understand how to be a proper diverse candidate for a position, or for
Right.
an opportunity, whether as a student or for work. And
Mhm.
so I help them to navigate those different skills and to really hone them to become the best version of themselves.
And that is amazing. So how was it being on The Amazing Race?
Amazing Race was amazing. It was amazing. I was able to fill up my first passport. My very first trip out of the country was was through Miss America, where I went to Kuwait to go and feed well, not just feed, but to be with the troops and to be with our servicemen and women. That was an amazing opportunity. But then, over the years, I was able to fill that passport, and then the Amazing Race came up, and I was able to travel to 9 countries. I think we went to 9 countries in 27 days, which was
Wow,
amazing,
nice.
but also just very tiring.
Mhm.
And but it was a great experience, and I'm glad that I had the chance to do it. I would never do it again, but I definitely am glad that I had a chance to just go to. I got to see Dubai,
Yeah.
and when I think about, and I've had a lot of time to process with COVID being what it is, and I just don't know what the state of travel is going to be, but I feel so
Right.
fortunate that I was able to see for myself and experience
Right.
all these different places. I went to
Yeah.
Amsterdam, I went to Vietnam, I went to
Mhm.
Japan. I mean, just phenomenal locations that I may not ever get a chance to see again.
40 of the 50 states, but I definitely would
Uh,
love to go to Europe and travel more, but who knows? We'll see.
we'll
So let's get
see.
to know you. What do you do for fun?
Well, I travel for fun normally.
Right.
Normally, I travel for fun. I love to shoot pool, and that's one of my favorite
Oh,
things to do. My dad and I, that was one of our pastimes that we,
right.
used to do quite a bit.
Okay.
And my brother, I'll never forget. My brother, we went to like go get wings, and I was
Mhm.
playing pool with him, and he was just like,
You
"Why are you so good
good.
at this?"
Yeah.
Like, it's just angles. But yeah, so I just, I like to shop. I like to
Okay.
travel.
Mhm.
I'm a very crafty person, and
Okay.
so my mom and my sisters, we're crafts people. We can, I'm one of the few people that I know that, well, maybe not the few, but I like to go to the dollar store,
Mhm.
and I can like take $10 and make a mountain out of a molehill. So yeah, I just love to create, and of course I'm a singer as well, and so I love performing still. So those are some
Cool.
of the things that I do for fun.
Cool. What do you think about the changes that have taken place with the competition, and what direction would you like to see the competition go in the future?
We do not have enough time. I'm not pleased. I
Okay.
am not interested in the leadership. I think that they have missed so many opportunities, and diversity being one of them.
Mhm.
It's a mess, quite frankly, and I'm frustrated at the fact that um, they had such a great chance to really make Miss America just a pinnacle organization.
Mhm.
And I just feel like the young ladies who are competing now,
Mhm.
God bless you. I hope that something great can come out of it.
Mhm.
The direction I'd like to see it go in is very much like, not like it was in my day, but I feel like there's there's just been so many missed opportunities, missed sponsorships, missed collaborations.
Mhm.
I don't think that STEM is everything.
Okay.
I think that that's a facet of who people are, but I'm not a math and science kind of girl.
Okay.
And if I were competing today, I don't think that I would be successful based on the the fascination with STEM.
Okay.
That's definitely something that we want to encourage young women to be
Mhm.
more uh, empowered by, but it's not. I mean, a lot of wonderful candidates are creatives. And
Right.
as an artist and as a creative, I wouldn't want someone to miss their shot at being an amazing representative for this organization
Mhm.
just because they don't speak STEM.
I see. I see. There are many girls out there who would like to win a state competition and who would like to become Miss America. What advice would you give them for being successful since you've been so successful? What advice would you give?
Like I said, I don't know. I just have to be honest with you. I don't know
Mhm.
what the competition. I don't know. Um, I don't know what the competition is anymore. Watching this last one, this was the first year that I did not go to Miss America, was last year,
Okay.
and I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one because I just don't really know which. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't get
Mhm.
it. It doesn't make sense. I feel like when I was competing, I had a really clear sense of, okay, I need to. My first year, I did okay. I made top 10, but this is what I need to sharpen in order to make top 5 the next year. I can't tell a girl that. I refuse to judge, and I refuse to. Um, it's very difficult for me. I feel like Miss America has diminished so many relationships, and it's really disengaged so many amazing volunteers over the past 2 years.
Mhm.
I just don't know where it's going. So until there's a clarity and an identity,
Yeah.
I just
Right.
I wish them the best.
Right. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of changes, so hopefully some continuity will help. Last question. I find you so fascinating. I think you're an amazing person. Just in general, what would Ericka Dunlap like to be remembered for? What would you want your legacy to be?
Thank you for asking, and thank you for saying that. It really means a lot. Honestly, there are days when I think to myself, "Wow, this is it's a heavy, beautiful responsibility
Mm-hmm.
to." But to whom much is given, much is required, and this is
Mm-hmm.
something that I sought after and something that I wanted so bad. And a lot of times, I ask myself now, why? Not why because I am embittered by it, but certainly what makes me still feel the passion for being, a queen. And
Mm-hmm.
being a queen is a very difficult job. It has very little to do with being beautiful and putting on the dresses and the makeup and all of that. Being a queen of your community, being a queen um, of your legacy, having something that people will remember you for is so much bigger than being a title holder.
Right.
And when I look at the charities that I'm involved with, when I look at the young people that I have worked with and that I've helped over the years, I do certainly hope that people see me as and remember me as someone who I gave my all. You know, I give 130% to everything that I do. I
Mhm.
try. But beyond that, I also want to be someone who's remembered for just being authentic
Mhm.
and for speaking up and speaking out and for not being afraid of the possible consequences
Mhm.
for being the person who is willing to take that step and to say something when something's not feeling well with
Right.
the community of people.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today. It has been an honor and a pleasure.
Thank
I wish you
you.
the best in all of your endeavors, and I look forward to maybe talking to you again in the future one day. Thanks a lot.
And in person, you
Oh,
stay
yes.
safe.
I would love to meet you. Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity to be on today. God bless you. And I just hope that you continue to have success with this platform.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
To the viewers, thanks for watching the show. I hope that you enjoyed the show. Our next guest will be Miss DC 2009, Jen Corey, Miss Louisiana 2009, Catherine Putnam, Miss Missouri 2019, Simone Esters, and Miss Oklahoma 2019, Addison Price. You can look me up on Facebook. My name is Jason Robinson, and my email is jasontimothy.robinson@gmail.com. Have a good day, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the show.